Well,
Hey,
is it up? Is it working?
it is working. We are
Uh,
live.
Hey, few technical difficulties here as we had our dress rehearsal here tonight for the late model stock series, but we worked a couple things out. We are currently on lap. I have no idea what, but
18.
18 of 40 here in the late model stock series. But we got the season kicking off here to a couple weeks, so we try to work some bugs out here right now, and obviously we had a pretty big bug. Well, it was I was out of practice. Let's go with that, Jamie. I was just out of
Yeah,
practice.
sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, so but we're back. Uh, kind of check out a few things here and talk about some of the drivers and some of the things going on here. But this literally is not going to be a very quality broadcast because we're still working out some bugs. But for anybody that tunes in and decides, hey, I'm going to give them some good old fashioned feedback, by all means, shoot it to us.
Just don't be surprised when we don't care.
Also true. It has been a lackluster race thus far, but there's still 22 laps left here to go tonight, I think. Ah,
Yeah, 21.
21. Okay. Sometimes you got to be a little cautious. Are the caution laps counting tonight, Jamie?
No,
Okay, cool.
which is not a good thing because we might be here a while. But that being said, with all the wrecks happening, there's still been some really good racing up at the front by the leaders when they've been given the opportunity to race. We've seen several passes for the lead tonight so far, so pretty good racing. Hopefully they'll stay green.
Yeah, it looks like 55 there's got some yeah, big blinking issues,
Here we
and then
go.
took him out.
No. There we go.
Took out the fourth place car as well. I'm sure the 93 is going to be super happy about that, as he just gets absolutely taken out. But yeah, we got a few familiar faces out in the crowd.
55, just to let you know, you're glitching like all over the place.
So kind of taking a look back here through the grid here a little bit, but yeah, I guess the big stuff, Jamie. Obviously, working out a couple kinks, and we're joining the race, a little bit into it. But a lot of moving pieces at Goat Locker Racing over the past few months. If you're tuned into our Discord and all that stuff, you'll see all that fun stuff. And if you've been a part of the family, you'll see all that stuff too. But one of the big things is obviously this series. So through a lot of feedback from a lot of our drivers. And a lot of people in general. I mean, even families chiming in and things like that. Everybody kept jumping up and down and saying, why don't you have some sort of training, some sort of coaching system, something to kind of help some of these drivers get to your level? And then me and you got together and said, well, one, they're never going to get on our level. That's not going to happen. But two, we can try to get them a couple steps down at least from us. And so we kind of listened to that, and we threw around a couple different ideas about, do we just have this channel in our Discord where guys can go and request some help? And we threw that up, and kind of initially some people asked for a couple of things, and it kind of died off. We really weren't racing at that point in time, so that kind of makes sense. And then kind of through a few discussions and a couple things, we decided, the Cars Tour is now out and about, and many people that are really into the racing world knows about the Cars Tour. And the owners, Kevin Harvick and a few people, actually own that series. I forget who else is part owner of that. I know Harvick's one of them.
I don't know if Earnhardt's in the ownership of it, but I know he's got some kind of involvement in it.
Okay.
Because he was the one that pushed for iRacing to change over to these cars and do the whole Cars Tour branded series now on iRacing. I know he was a big push for that.
Okay. Yeah, and with the move to that and everything that's going on with it, we thought, well, what better way to kind of get some people, some training or just some on-track time than to put together a series that's specific towards that? Because some of the feedback we got from time to time as well too is like, yeah, we want to learn, but every time we're on track, we're just getting smoked. So are we really learning? And I'm like, well, that's actually a really good point. So A lot of talks with Jake Ellickson, and he kind of came up with the idea a little bit too, and really kind of fine-tuned what this late model series is going to be all about. So we put an iRating cap on it, 2,000. You know, and there were some other stipulations as well. You know, if you're a race winner in one of the top series in GLR, shouldn't be in here racing, and past champions can't come in here and race. So it's truly those people that are new or just wanting to work on their craft or any of those things, Jamie.
Yeah. And we're also going to have rules in place to prevent, people from sandbagging. People, because I can tell you right now, there's some people mainly at the front of this field tonight. If they're really under a 2,000 I rating, they're full of crap. They're definitely better than that. So we'll have rules in place, like if you win a race, the next race you're going to start from the back of the field.
Yeah.
If you blow through from the back of the field and you win the next race by, some ridiculous large margin, we're probably going to ask you to pick one of the other series to run in. That'll definitely be a case by case basis on how we do that, but we definitely want to try to keep this fair and a true learning experience for everybody else. So if somebody wants to try to just tank their I rating to get in this series because they think they're just I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to beat everybody every week, it's not going to happen. We're going to get you out of here. So for anybody listening that might have had that plan, don't waste your time tanking your I rating because you're going to be disappointed. So hopefully this will be what we want. What other people wanted,
right,
is a series where they can go out and be competitive and feel like they have a chance. Any given week. So, and I get that, because I'm not going to say I agree that they're not learning anything by getting beat regularly by us, because that's not true. You are learning. You should be learning something. You should be figuring out how to get better, but it may not be fun. It may not be the fun way to do it, but you still should be learning. So, but I get it, and hopefully this series is going to bring that to people. And they're cool looking cars.
Oh yeah,
they look good on the track. They look racy. I think they're kind of easy to drive, so it may be a little misleading for some folks. But as much as I say they're easy to drive, quite a few people out here tonight are struggling. So, so I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some of that too, and I'm with you. I've been on track a couple different times with these cars, and are they easy to drive, hard to drive? I mean, I think that's really relative to skill level and really what you like. Me personally, I think these cars are very easy to drive. They're kind of locked into the track pretty good, but I mean, we're seeing tonight guys getting loose off the corners and things like that. So you're still dealing with a lot of dynamics of the car and your racecraft and how to control it. But yeah, like you were saying, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have certain things in place. If you come out here and just smoke the field, well, you'll start dead last, and if you do it again, well, we'll move you up somewhere, because we want guys to come out here and feel like they can compete, that they can have some fun with it, and that they can learn. And we're going to take all the other series, and Go Locker Racing is going to be broadcast by other people. Not that people don't enjoy listening to us, but we also want to get out there and race and things like that. But we're going to take the opportunity to broadcast this series so we could use it as a training tool as well. So we're hoping that guys and gals will go back and watch our broadcast, and we're going to give out, some advice and some tips, and we'll look at how people are doing things, and also try to provide some of that. And I mean, I'm sure we're going to do some of the normal stuff and just flat make fun of people, because that's what we do.
We're definitely going to belittle people for sure.
Super encouraging words by Jamie Barkis right there. Super encouraging. But we, oh, good. We're gonna have plenty of time to talk about all this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We got 11 laps to go here.
In a 40-lap race that started 40
an
minutes
hour ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
It
Sure, it's
feels
been
like an
long as
hour.
40 minutes of my life.
Yeah, it's long. So yeah, and part of this series too, like we ran the super late models, is caution laps won't count. Again, trying to give them as much green flag time as possible. So
Hmm.
some of this we'll have to adjust, some race lengths, and some of it we'll have to speed up some cautions, and some of it, at the end of it, sometimes you're just gonna have to know when enough is enough, and it's not your night, and go ahead and park the car and allow some of these other drivers to get some green flag racing in. So a lot of cool stuff happening.
Yeah, and I'll say this about these cars. I was doing some ghost driving. For those that don't know, if you're just watching the race, you can actually get in the car and run laps, but you're not out on the track as far as anyone else is concerned. So you're kind of like just a ghost car running around. And I mean,
We're gonna go one to
I saw a lot of issues with guys getting loose, especially up off on the exit of turn 4 in practice, and it's clearly just a case of over driving. Because these cars, I mean, it was on rails. And I've driven the super lates here at Langley before, and the super lates can definitely be a handful. It can be a very slick track with the super late miles, but these things, it was really fun to drive. You can get down there on that apron at both ends of the track, really use the whole surface like they do in real life. I spent a lot of time here at Langley, and you will see them. They'll get the left sides actually down in the grass during a race. So, you can do that with these cars, and it was just fine. I had no issues with the car getting loose or wanting to come around at all. So really, when you're seeing stuff like that, it is definitely a case that they're just over driving. They're not in a good position on the track, not where the car wants to be, and hopefully that's the kind of things that this series will teach people.
Yeah, because it's going to be a lot of short tracks, and so you're going to have to learn. And Perkins goes around all on his own. Alrighty there, we caught that. Ooh, it gets piled into by the 2. Here comes the 58, the 1. A couple cars missing where their brake pedal actually is located. Ooh, and that car is got a broken rear sway bar or something, because it is crab walking around the track right now.
And it looks like Doug is still on his lid.
That is pretty spectacular, that damage model. You see the 13 just crab walking right now? That's pretty cool.
Let's see.
The rear track bar, it must be broken in that thing, because it is just going sideways.
Oh, yes, it is, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see the right rear tire is pointed in the wrong direction there. So that'll probably do it for him for the night. Ryan Perkins, one of the newer drivers here.
Definitely doesn't look like he's got a fast repair left.
No, sir. And again, those tires are not pointed in the correct direction there. So, yeah. We were talking about something. I don't know what we were talking about. All right. Oh, you're talking about but again, the car control, the track selection. Got to be a lot of short tracks. Going to be a lot of tracks that really don't have a whole lot of banking. So that goes a lot into that car control. How do you enter the corner and how do you come off the corner? And it's going to keep them in traffic a little bit more too. So again, a lot of good things that can be learned through this series when it comes to car control and when it comes to racecraft, and just being able to be around other drivers and understand braking points and acceleration points, and really how to control the car a little bit better too, because one of the big products of driving on flatter tracks is tire wear. It's gonna chew them up a little bit more, especially if you are using that gas pedal and brake pedal as on and off buttons.
Right. I'll tell you what, look who's having a pretty good run for himself tonight. Bobby Germain's got that 42 car up in 4th place, started 15th. Bobby was a regular in just about all of our series last season.
Yeah.
Good to see him out here tonight. I think he told me today that he's probably going to be able to run the Gen 4. He didn't think he was going to be able to, but he told me today he thinks he will. So be glad to have him back out there in that. And I think he's slated to run trucks or next gen as well. So
it's awesome to hear. Yeah, we have really spent a lot of time over the past few months reinvigorating the league, bringing some new people in. Obviously, a lot of really big announcements about just what Goat Locker Racing is now. We are officially a 501c3 public charity. Had an awesome fundraiser, about a month ago at this point in time. That was broadcast by Eddie Smith on the V Speed Network, which was, just too cool. And if you haven't gone to our YouTube channel or V Speed's YouTube channel and seen the Goat Locker Racing hype video, you are missing the best video that has been put out. I say this better part of since 2018. Over the past 5 years. I haven't seen a better video in 5 years.
No, that video is almost cinematic quality. Eddie did an outstanding job. I gave him a kind of an outlandish idea, and he made it come to life better than I ever thought he could. So definitely go check it out. It's on Facebook, it's on YouTube, Instagram, it's on everywhere but TikTok, because TikTok keeps screwing us.
That's 100% true. So if anybody out there knows anybody that works at TikTok, tell them to stop screwing with our video. All we want's the music that plays. That's it. Just leave us alone. We're just a lowly little veteran nonprofit trying to make a difference in this world, and this big conglomerate TikTok is trying to hold us down.
Absolutely.
Everybody
else can play any other music that they want to. We've got probably some public domain, because we've not had any issues with YouTube.
No.
And YouTube will pull your stuff in a heartbeat. So we've got a public domain song that they're claiming is some copyright violation. It doesn't make any sense. I've tried every workaround I could possibly look for to get it up there. I thought I finally had it today, and it lasted about 10 minutes. And then they shut it down again.
And they got us again. All those crafty veterans over at Goat Locker trying to do good in this world, shut them down.
Yeah. It's the Chinese.
All right. We make no political statements around here whatsoever. Goat Locker Racing is an equal opportunity employer. Please do not lodge any complaints, as we are just recently got our 501c3. Again, we are not making any political statements. All right, now that disclaimer's over with, we're doing a lot of cool stuff. We've both shown our ugly faces on TikTok a couple times now. Never in my life, and at this stage in my life and this old ass age of mine, that I thought now I'm going to start doing TikToks. But hey, why not? Let's start doing that. And we're going to run 4 series this season coming up. Monday nights is the Gen 4 Cup cars. We are starting with something a little bit different. Monday nights are going to start. Practice will open at 8 p.m. Race will start at 9 p.m. Tuesdays, you are seeing what is exactly going to happen on Tuesdays. It is the late model stock series. It is our 2000 and under iRating, guys and gals. And me and Jamie will broadcast that, and that will go off at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the race will start. Practice opens up at 7 p.m. for those interested in driving. Wednesday night is the Cruising Classics Next Gen Series. Cruising Classics is back again for the 3rd season. And that practice will start at 7 p.m., race at 8 p.m. That will be broadcast on the V Speed Network. Eddie has that one. And then our Premier Truck Series, which we are absolutely proud to announce, is closed for recruiting. It is full. So we're super excited to get that our Truck Series back up and rolling. It is going to be sponsored by Jam Printing and Promotions this year. They've been a part of us ever since the beginning, but they have locked in on the Truck Series and are the title sponsor for the Truck Series. That will go down. Practice opens at 8 p.m. and the race will start at 9 p.m. And damn it, Jamie, I always forget who's going to broadcast that.
That'll be. Are you talking about Thursday?
Yeah.
That will be the NASR 360 Racing Network.
Got it. And the race is over here this evening, and it looks like Landon Thrasher has won. The guy that was blinking a ton.
Goat Locker Racing at,
ooh, Jake's doing his PSA right now. Good for him. 93 was not happy with the winner of this race, but whatever. People and their feelings sometimes, Jamie.
Yeah.
People and their feelings.
A little excessive.
Oh, that was loud.
Yeah, it's It happens. Let's see. Is this going to work? Oh, look at this, Jamie. All the buttons are working.
Nice.
Oh, they're all working. You all are probably like, why is he excited about this? Because for the last, I don't know, Jamie, what, 40 minutes of my, well, not the
Well,
last.
even before that,
Yeah,
it's
I've
already
just been
it's 7. We got on here and you were trying to get it to work. So
still, fumbling around with it. But hey, we worked it out though. But hey, anybody that tuned in here this evening or just poked your head in or whatever the case, or if nobody did and we were just talking to empty space, awesome. We got some kinks worked out. We know we've got everything lined up. We're excited to be back in the booth. I think we'll start really looking forward to Tuesday nights and getting back up here and having some fun. But as we always say, man, come check us out. Get on Facebook. I mean, for the love of God, everybody's got a cell phone in their hand, probably right now. Like, open your social media because you know you have it, and just start liking our pages, especially TikTok. Like, even if you don't
yeah,
have TikTok right now, like, just go sign up for it. Go to Goat Locker. Don't subscribe to anything else. Don't watch any stupid cat videos or
No, it's not.
whatever the hell else is on there. Just go give us a like and a follow, because the more followers we get, that means the more things we can do, the bigger audiences we can reach, and quite honestly, at the end of the day, that just means the more
Definitely
veterans
recommend it.
and first responders we can reach and bring them in here so they can experience what we're experiencing here. So, but yeah, open your phone, give us a like. Open your phone, sign up for TikTok. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I said fuck twice now. I don't care if you're 73. Just sign up for TikTok. Give us a follow. Never open TikTok again. I don't care. Um, but yeah, gonna have some fun. Thanks for tuning in. Anything from you, Jamie?
no, I mean I'm glad we finally got that to work.
Yeah.
Kind of a relief. You can probably go pull that post down you made in the tech support over there at SDK because
Not really trying to talk about that right now, Jamie.
yeah, they don't need to help you.
Nah,
But
really trying
yeah,
to talk about
glad
that.
that worked out. You know, we got a few laps in, I guess,
Yeah.
of racing here. Yeah, so looking forward to getting this started, and it'll be fun to get back in the booth and call the races again.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully Jake has found him a good solid field to run this series.
Yeah, and we'll probably drag him up here from time to time. Jake's going to focus his time on race control and things like that as the racing's going, but we'll probably drag him up here from time to time for sure. And then, just like any other series, we'll find our typical whipping boys as well, those that we pick on the most. I think Ryan Perkins right now. There's going to be a couple Perkins in here that are going to just get slaughtered.
Speaking of Perkins, what's
oh,
he doing? I mean, the rig's set up. I mean, what is going on?
well, we can talk about it on the stream, or we can just jump offline. Ah, the hell with it. We're still on right now. So I go over to, I've been helping him. Jamie Perkins he's been a large donor. He's the vice president of the board of directors. Really wanted to get into iRacing and big NASCAR fan. So he went hog wild, ordered everything to build himself a sim racing rig. And of course, he's here in Indianapolis, same as me, and asked me to come help him out and set some things up. And so we spent a few hours on Mondays piecing some things together. You know, mounting monitors and all that other kind of fun stuff, and then went back over there today to take care of some software stuff and kind of get things lined up. And well, it's as the computer was running, it just started getting slower and slower and slower, and I'm like, what is going on with this computer? And when I finally was able to load into a test session to see if the AccuForce V2 wheel was working correctly, he was getting like 15 frames per second. Like, it was awful. And I'm
And
like,
this is a new computer, right?
brand new with a 4080, a 4070 video card.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
wow.
it's got a
Okay.
4070 GPU in it, NVIDIA, or however you say that. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So, you update a couple things and you reboot. Well, every time I reboot, I kept seeing on the right monitor, because he has the triple monitors, this warning sign that said that the CPU was overheating. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what the? Oh, okay. Because this thing's got a liquid cooler on it and everything, man. And so I opened up another piece of software after a couple different restarts and everything, and which was monitoring fan speeds and temperatures and all that stuff. And I noticed that the CPU was basically on fire. I mean, I don't know how it didn't burst into flames, but it was that damn hot.
Yeah.
So we shut the whole stupid thing down, right? And I'm like, that's a huge problem. And he said something before, like either his son or somebody he knew went inside the PC case because some fans were making a noise, which ended up being a cable like laying on a fan, just making a racket or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay. I said, well, unplug the whole son of a gun, and so. And then lo and behold, take off the back panel, and there's like a wire hanging there.
Hmm.
And I'm like,
I
well,
bet that was a power for the controller for the CPU fan, huh?
hmm, yeah. So you do a little looking around, and you kind of trace it back where it goes. So the water cooler has got two fans on one
Yep.
side and two fans on the other side. So it's got four total fans on this thing. And then the pump unit's in the middle. Well, the wire that's disconnected from everything is going to the pump unit in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So the fans were just kicking butt, but no water was circulating. Um, so then you got to figure out where it plugged into the motherboard and all this other kind of crazy stuff. So after that 2-hour episode, actually getting the computer to run and cool properly. Everything on the system's working great at this point in time. He had some homework to do to figure out how to stretch iRacing to the triple monitors. I was like, "There's 1,000 YouTube videos on it. Just watch one of them because I can't tell you off the top of my head how to do it." And then two, he did have to get a hold of Sim Experience because the wheel was not attaching itself in iRacing. The
Hmm.
wheel would work great in the Sim Experience software. You could
Right.
calibrate it in the Sim Experience software, but the minute you'd get into iRacing, go to your controls, start turning the wheel, it would start to register and then just stop. So it was having some sort of software issue attaching itself to iRacing. So, but he
Hmm.
got a hold of Sim Experience's technical support. By the way, the best company out there by far. Don't order your crap from Fanatec and all these other places that don't give a crap
No.
about you. Go get yourself an
Yeah.
AccuForce because within 20 minutes of him dropping a little contact us thing, they contacted him right back and
Mm-hmm.
said, send me this and send me that. And then when I was on the phone with him earlier, they were still working with him to get it figured out. Sim Experience is the best damn company out there. They are American. They are over there in Ohio. They are phenomenal. They take care of their customers and they really back their stuff.
Yep.
Um, Shoot, they sent
I
me a
had
whole brand new wheel that one time when the Bluetooth thing was acting funky.
Yeah, I had an issue with Sim Experience with the software loading up. I had an issue where I was having to launch it multiple times before it would finally go. And those guys probably spent a solid week back and forth with me. And it turned out that it wasn't even a problem on their end. The problem was on my end, but they stayed with it until it was fixed. And
Yeah,
it wasn't even their problem.
yeah,
Sim Experience and Simline are the two best freaking companies out there. Simline's out of Poland.
yep.
Those dudes,
Oh yeah,
top notch. They are just like Sim Experience,
yeah.
top notch customer support. I have no issues with the fact that they are out of Poland. No
Nope.
fear whatsoever. I will, if they've got something I want, I will give them my money without hesitation,
Yeah,
and I know they're gonna take care of me. I mean, those guys sent me a freaking cable one time because one I had broke was no fault of theirs.
yeah,
I ordered something else. The guy knew my cable was broke, and he sent me another cable with the thing I ordered that wasn't even related to it. He just sent me the cable because he knew I needed one.
yeah,
So companies like that,
yeah,
I mean, they're few and far between, but for whatever reason, it seems like the sim community has a couple of them.
yeah. And the dude from Simline will send you candy from Poland.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like anytime you order anything, you get candy.
Yep.
Dude, you can't beat it. But yeah,
No.
but yeah, Perkins will be Jamie Perkins should be around here over the next, few days. It should only take a couple, I would imagine he'll have everything buttoned up and we'll be on track by the weekend. But yeah, again, a lot of cool things going on, but that's the story of why Jamie Perkins wasn't here today. Disconnected water cooler in the computer itself, and then minor hiccup with sim experience, but I know that they got that stuff worked out by now. And well, hell, we even had them, some minor problems here. But I deleted that message, Jamie, so we're good to go. All right, y'all, we're gonna sign off.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.